So much better. We gotta get the vino and some steak.
That's
Exactamente.
We on?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Whenever you're ready.
Give me 1 second. Okay, I wanted to take that guy with the devil horns, but he's gone. Okay, let's go.
Testing. All right. Let's see. Yeah.
We're good.
Ready?
Yep. All right, welcome into the Dynamo post-game show here, Soccer Matters on YouTube, and we welcome everybody in. All right, here we go. That was a tough one. Penalty kicks, first round, Dorsey hits, Volpe hits for them, their goalkeeper. Second round, Cavalli. Morales scores for them. Ferreira, Paulinho in the third round. It's 3-3. Dynamo shooting first. The pressure put on Toluca. Lawrence Anali comes up. A little bit of a surprise to me. Hesitates, doesn't get enough power on it. Allows Volpe to make the save. Jesus Gallardo then scores. It comes down to Sviatchenko to keep the Dynamo alive. Cooley, he hits the penalty. And then after that, the man who tied the game up, Edgar Lopez, who had the tying header, Lopez would hit the winning penalty. So a very eventful 20 minutes for him. Tough loss tonight, but I think it could have been avoided. I see you guys all putting in tough loss. Last part just broke me in half. Yeah, me too. 7 minutes of extra time. It was diabolical. I'm not going there, Diego. I'm sorry. You got to manage the game out better. You had tremendous opportunities in the counterattack to get the third, and it got chaotic. The Dynamo were not organized in transition. I don't think they're a very good team in transition. That's something that'll have to be worked on here. So, yeah, I think to Edson's point, you got to see that game out. They brought in a third center back in Ethan Bartlow. Sebas didn't take a big chance. Yeah, a lot of people didn't take a big chance. Offsides got us, and Ali shouldn't have had to take one. Easy to say now because he missed. David said, what's up with giving goals up in the last 15 minutes? Well, the Dynamo went ultra defensive. They went ultra attack. I think, in my opinion, the Dynamo were not organized in transition. I think I saw Ben Olsen getting very upset that the game got chaotic, but they should have hit him for a third. I don't think there's any question. And Vicente, although he missed a penalty, and Nali is an extraordinary player, earning his place in the 11. Agent winner, second. They scored the equalizer, had zero confidence going into penalties. Tarbell is much better than Clark, in my opinion. Gabriel says they were playing soccer. The goalkeeper was playing dodgeball. Sinsky, I said it before the miss. I really like Clark didn't do his homework in PKs. Wasted chances, Sebas, what the Bartlow. Yeah, I wouldn't pile on Ferreira that much.
I mean,
but that is one of yes. I will agree. That's not the only moment though in transition that the Dynamo were indecisive, didn't space out their runs properly. You could see it from here where we were. We had the perfect vantage point that they did not space their runs out properly. Mikael got caught in possession. Okay, but you're still 2-1 up. You got to win the game. He's not all there in the head. Yeah, he's made some mistakes. I don't know. What do you think, Corey? You want Ethan Bartlow back in the lineup to give him a break? Agent winners, we get 2 weeks off rest. Barely anyone likes this tournament anyway. Yeah, I think you probably liked it before the game started. You don't like it now that we lost. I mean, look, I mean, it's for everybody to decide if they like it or not. Me, I wanted to see the team go on. I wanted to see the team play again. And if you're in the round of 16 and you're playing Colorado, you got a heck of a chance to get to the quarterfinals. So I play to win. I'm not playing to get a rest. What else you got, guys? I would say that, the first half, what Toluca did was exactly what they did at Sporting, just kind of tried to keep things under control. Then in the second half, they picked the energy up, and that's when Ben Olsen went to Lawrence Anali and Kowalczyk to bring some energy and try to wrestle the game back. They did. Dynamo had their chances to kill that game. I agree 100% with Vicente. Not only to make it 3-1, they could have taken the ball to the corner and killed time. was not good game management. I don't think there's any question. Hector was really gassed at the end. But then, you say, okay, so we brought Ethan Bartlow on. We took Hector off. We put Reigns in that position. You wonder sometimes if those changes, even though somebody might be tired, is the thing to do. And I think that's just an easy way of looking back at decisions that are made in games, and it's not easy.
I got one to add. For everything that people are, essentially dogging Sebas for, he had a saving play that could have prevented a chance for Toluca. Was that right near the end of stoppage or at a time?
Yeah, but that's less important because they didn't win the game. So, everybody was trying to see the game out. I think it was not great game management, and I give everything to the effort and all that type of stuff, but very tough conditions to play under. Let's see what Gabrielle said. Tomorrow, the other team I cheer will play against Fluminense. Gabrielle, it's good to have a few teams. Clark isn't the issue. No, I don't know why you're going to penalties. Shouldn't have gone to penalties. I think you got to pull it back and say why didn't this team see this game out at 2-1? Got a tired decision maker in Hector, who last year I think really was the guy that was able to really help you manage and orchestrate games out. I think he was just trying to get through it at that point. He gets subbed out. Yeah.
I do have a question for you. Who?
I think it's both, Chris. I think more on the players, to be honest with you. I think Ben Olsen made it pretty clear on what he wants from his players. You could see from my vantage point that he was very upset that this game got chaotic. Now, in saying that, you knew you were going to get moments in transition here to get a third goal. I just thought the Dynamo, their runs were getting in the way of each other. It wasn't crisp. It wasn't clean. They didn't get a direct line to goal when they should have. I mean, there was like one guy back for Toluca. There should have been a third goal cashed in here tonight. And then you're not even complaining about every single thing that everybody said here. You get a third goal, and I think that's an area where the Dynamo are not getting the additional goals to protect you and to save you and not make the margin thin so that if you make a mistake, you got a pad of a second goal. Possession could have won this game. Where is that going? Well, kind of goes out the window when you decide to elect deep, to defend deep, because now you're defending deep. You don't have as many targets forward, and you're trying to play out of that. I mean, you're basically inviting them in. But again, I think the Dynamo's better in transition. They have an opportunity to win this game. History, Bukhari and Driussi washed. Okay, that's an ATX. Okay.
There's some back and forth.
Elite CM upset at the parking the bus. Yeah, with 5 changes, I don't know why you're not fresh enough to. Yeah, I do think there was a pretty dedicated idea to sit back and defend deeper, and I think stay in a mid-block or stay higher up the field. I mean, with 5 fresh players, I think maybe you can do that, right? I mean, that's something worth considering. All right, what else, guys? Now you got 2 weeks off. Next game is against who? Who do we got coming back?
I did want to add 2 things while I'm looking that up. For everybody that's essentially dogging Clark kept the Dynamo in a lot of games last year, and he's done so this year.
Yeah, let's put that one to bed. Don't keep that going. I mean, there's no sense in. Yeah, but I mean, we're putting it to bed. I mean, if you wanted to win in penalties and you wanted your goalkeeper to win penalties, I say win it in 2-1 or win it 3-1. Okay, so I don't think we. For me, I don't go right to the penalties. I go about the way the game was managed in the second half. That's really where it was, and I agree with Hurtado. His fresh players should have kept the intensity. Yeah, and they were. The Dynamo elected to defend deep. I don't think there's any question. You all pulled at Detroit City. Okay, we got an ATX. We got an ATX guy who's doing a bit of what is that called? Trolling? Yeah. ATX history. You're trolling, huh? What was the public reaction after 7 minutes? People think it's a little too much. Again, it's what's the game for, and it can't be an excuse. If you go to penalties and you go to stoppage time, you're not going to the heart of it. Lots of positive, especially attacking-wise. Yeah, but you got to score goals, and that still remains the issue. The good thing is Ezekiel Ponce got his first technically. Edson, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you, Edson. Greetings from the Rio Grande Valley. How are you, Edson? Ponce and Anali look like the best signings in a while. Well, I think they both look good after 3 games. They've gotten integrated into the team here. 3 games in the Leagues Cup, so there's a real positive to go. So there you go. So the Dynamo lost a legitimate 90-minute game to Atlas, beat Real Salt Lake 3-0, and lost in penalties. Didn't lose a 90-minute game, but didn't win it against Toluca. So there you go.
The Dynamo played Toronto 15 days from now. It is August
Bernardeschi and
August 24th.
Insigne. You get the Italian connection there.
Also, guys, be sure to like, share, subscribe, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, X, Instagram, all the above. We go live here for all the pre- and post-game shows, so we go live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter.
And again, since there are people here, we'll keep doing it because I like hearing from you guys as well. It's all good stuff. Nobody gets offended here. We can say whatever we want about the game. It's a great space. I will tell you, Monday and Wednesday is Soccer Matters on ESPN 97.5. So join me over there. Again, I'd like to get some of this reaction over there, but I know at 6 to 7 at night, unless you're driving home in your car, sometimes it's tough. Ponce had chances. Ponce had 2 really good chances in the first half that he should have taken. I was glad he scored a goal for his confidence. Sebas just isn't going to work out here. Sorry, CNF. Vicente. Can't believe the Dynamo out. Yeah, I mean, you would have got Colorado probably Monday or Tuesday or Juarez. I mean, they're beatable teams right back here. So you would have got into the quarterfinals, before you even had to go on the road. I mean, could have been something fantastic.
Colorado's
I'm telling you, I don't care if you like the Leagues Cup or not. I'm here to win it. I want to win it. I want to beat Mexican League teams. Let's see. Menno, nah.
Okay.
Not yet.
All right.
Sad we lost. I want to hear what everybody's saying. Menyo says we lost, but a positive, we can focus on the season. That's one way to look at it. We need to repeat this match, energy again and again. The good points. Okay, Gabrielle, I'm with you. Not the bad ones. What were the bad ones to you, Gabrielle? Love the Leagues Cup, by the way. Yeah, I'm with Corey. I don't want to see the Dynamo play MLS teams in this thing. I want to see Mexican League competition. It's a different feel here tonight. I will tell you one thing. It is very disheartening not to see more fans here taking in a game like this. With a team that was formed in 1917 from Mexico, it baffles me. But I think it's occurred all around the league, too. I think we're one lethal right wing back away from being insanely dangerous. But you got to remember, you're not going to see Aliou and Lawrence and Ali on the field together. Not at this point, according to Ben Olsen. You might see him if they were behind in a game, but you're not going to see him play on the right side of the field and be a winger over there, or put Aliou over there, because Lawrence told me in an interview he prefers playing on the left, cutting in. So I don't think you're going to see that, unless there was a run of bad form. But I don't think they're going to change their tactics now, at all. I do not think so. So, the problem with the right side of the field when you get width is you get it a lot of times late from Griffin, who does a ridiculous amount of running. Now, he got forward a couple times there in really good positions tonight, though. I just think you have to take more out of these crosses and getting into the final third. You got to get more goals. Is there a way to save the Open Cup while keeping Leagues Cup? Well, the Open Cup doesn't need to be saved. It's not going anywhere, Edson. It's going to turn into more of an amateur tournament, which I don't have a problem with, honestly. I know everybody differs on that, but it's a piece of history. I get it. MLS was not in it once before, and it still can become an important tournament. Somebody needs to grab it, though, market it, invest in it. Network needs to get involved. Fox never did enough with it.
I don't really care that the MLS teams are in it. There's tremendous amateur teams around the country that are ethnic-based and non-ethnic-based that make it a great tournament. It's one of the oldest ever. What are you going to do? Dip your toe in the water with 4 MLS teams? Who cares? I think keep it amateur, keep it semi-pro. You'll find a lot of ex-pros playing in it. You'll see some great soccer, and I don't get why we're so hell-bent, unless we're just upset that MLS dumped on it and got out of it. But they're out of it because they believe they can monetize this better. I don't think the attendance has been great at this thing, the Leagues Cup. Yeah, sure, Chivas game. Tigres at Energy was unbelievable. That was 44,000 out of 46,000 Tigres fans. But I've seen a lot of empty stadiums. Atlanta's been empty. Austin had good crowds for Pumas and Monterey. But I've seen a lot of pretty empty stadiums. Dallas didn't look good. I mean, there was a lot of games where nobody was at. Nobody was really at the Tigres game last night in Austin. And to our Austin friend, Austin is good when Austin FC plays, but Austin doesn't draw squat for any international soccer. People don't seem to really care about it. They're just into Verde. Play the games in Mexico. Well, I would like that too. I think that would. I don't know if you split the schedule. I don't know, but the problem is you just can't make the money down there. Mexican fans are showing HH more respect. Had a really good game. Yeah, I think he had a good game. I don't think he had a really, really good game. I think he looked very tired. He looked tired a little bit in the first half. I think it's a lot for him, but now he's going to get to regenerate. And look, this is Hector's team. There's no question. It's Hector's team. I wasn't sure about the third goal being offside, honestly. I'm not sure what I missed. We didn't have the greatest angles here. So I'm not sure. But it might have been a foul, actually, Menu. I don't think anybody understood. I wasn't really sure either. But
so I'm guessing they're not doing. Well, we haven't heard it all tournament. I guess they're not doing the VAR.
No, they are. They
call
do.
to the crowd.
No, I didn't hear one.
No, they only do.
Nobody heard any call to the crowd tonight. I didn't hear one. Any news on the Lone Star Entertainment on Monday with Chivas in America? Well, what more would you want than Chivas in America is going to play here? I think the cat's out of the bag, Vicente. I think that's what it's going to be. I don't know what else there is. I've seen the term soccer fatigue used. I think a lot of weeknight games. Yeah, weeknight games are a problem. I don't think people want to see MLS teams against MLS teams. Tournament has potential. I think they're going to have to look at it every year to see what's the pros and cons of it. Austin game versus Monterey was good. Yeah, so was their Pumas game. I mean, those are great games. They can platform you onto real success here. Agent winners, which is worse, this or Detroit? I think this one is, honestly. But that's because I like the Leagues Cup. The Dynamo will be the last MLS team to have won the Open Cup when all the teams were involved. But Edson says Detroit. They don't do VAR announcements. It's in trial in MLS. Okay, thank you for that. Daily Archives. Will Channel Energy host another game? Not in the Leagues Cup, I don't believe. Bobby says we were dominating until the substitutions came in. No, I disagree. We were not dominating. Toluca was putting a lot of pressure on. Well, it depends on which substitutions you're talking about, Bobby. Toluca was putting a lot of pressure on when they brought on Sebastian Kowalczyk and Lawrence Anali. And then that kind of wrestled the game back. But, I think it was, to me, the two big things that stood out in the second half. Number one, you couldn't get the third goal tonight. Number two, in transition, you did not look good. Your runs were not spaced out. People were running into each other's spaces. There was not conviction. And then you elected to defend deep. Brooklyn looked weak. I don't know if you're going to judge him on a couple of minutes. That's pretty hard. But, look, he's not getting the minutes at the MLS level that we thought he would, and I think that Pat Onstad thought he would. Pat said last year he was going to get 1,500 minutes. He wasn't close to that, and he's not close to that now. And that's the other issue, is that you're really not getting a lot out of your reserve team. You're having to go out and buy guys. You're not getting a lot out of your reserve team. CONCACAF Champions League opportunity lost. I think 3 teams from this tournament get into it, right? Something like that. Or is it just the champion? I thought it was 3 teams. Chances of Shell Energy hosting more games? No, I don't think they will host any more. But I don't know that for sure, so don't take that to the bank.
One thing I did want to bring up, who actually had a decent game tonight, was Artur.
Artur has a decent game every night. Yeah.
2.
Yeah, I thought he was good. I thought he had to carry Hector a little bit. But, the amount of fires he puts out, he could be the MVP this year, actually. Wasted chances. Okay, lots of stuff coming in here from everybody. Too many wasted chances. Yeah, well, also Ponce missed 2 really clear chances, Gus, in the first half. So you can pick who you want to go to. There was a lot of people who missed him. I know everybody wants to get after Ferreira. Bartlow crappy marking. Well, it came off a flick on. It was very fast. I guess you can say that, yeah, because the guy got behind him at the far post. But then you could go, why didn't we win the ball at the near post? So many ways you can cut and chop these things up. Love the League's Cup. Corey says it again. I'm with Corey. I don't mind the League's Cup. What else you got, guys? Really good stuff coming in from everybody. It was disappointing. I can tell everybody's disappointed. We are too. I was really looking forward to coming back here. And if you were going to stare at a Colorado, or I was hoping Juarez would win, get another Mexican team, beat them, and then you're into the quarterfinals. Like that, you're on the drive time home, man.
Here you go. The 3 highest placed teams will qualify for 2025 CONCACAF Champions.
3 teams, like I said. That's it.
Yep.
So Soccer Matters Monday and Wednesday. Anything you guys can do? It is sad. I'm down too. Who you got going forward to win? Toluca or Colorado? I think if Toluca can regain its, get re-energized a little bit, they will go to Colorado, I think, right?
Colorado's up right now in the 78th.
So will they go
32.
to Colorado? And if they do, they're at altitude. They're used to altitude, so it's not a biggie. Players that had that last-minute tiebreaker winner haunting them, they're ahead in the last 20 minutes. Just that slight thought alone. I don't know. Possible. By the way, did anybody watch the Olympics today? What a game. What a game with Spain winning the gold medal. They went down 1-0. They scored 3 goals, went up 3-1. Then France came back and tied it up 3-3. To win it, Spain hits the crossbar. France has another good chance. And then Spain scores 2 in extra time. I don't know if anybody saw that. If Dynamo don't win MLS Cup, it's a failed season. Well, you have to say with the bar last year, the Western Conference Final, getting to the MLS Cup has to be the target. And yeah, Furman is a very talented guy. Vicente, correct. And you know what? You know what's amazing? If you think about Spain, they could have had Danny Olmo on the team. They could have had Lamine Yamal, and they could have had Nico Williams as well. That's scary. I mean, Spain right now is in the midst of unbelievable achievement in the sporting world, whether it's tennis, golf, soccer. I mean, their women's team was the favorite to win the women's side. They lost in the semis. So it's been a pretty spectacular time. All right, that's going to do it tonight, guys. I really thank everybody. Great contributions. Thanks for tuning in. You make it a lot of fun. I really appreciate everybody's opinion. It's a good space for us. Carried over to the radio show. Come on, I don't like being lonely there. I like people challenging me or coming in with the takes like you had tonight. You had good takes tonight, and if you can come on the radio, then I give you more time to explain what's behind your take as opposed to typing 4 or 5 words, right? So there you go. Spain have won 2 trophies in the span of a month. Yes, they have. Thank you. All right, guys, thanks so much. Appreciate it. Have a good weekend.
Thanks, guys.